got to be sifted again.
I'd like some cornmeal out of it. I mean, a corn flour. So yeah, I think we'll probably sift some corn flour because we've only got the one screen for cornmeal. So I think that we'll sift it. Probably, let's sift it through two different ways. Let's get corn flour, what we're used to for cornmeal, and then grits, and let's see what we end up with.
We are in the canning kitchen. I would rather do this outside than inside. We did a good bit of meal, but Danny was adjusting the wheels and some pieces are bigger than we would want. And so I'm gonna see if I can take some of the grits out. Now we have this. This is what we always use to sift different things out. This is the cornmeal. This is the grits. And you can see there's still a little bit of husk. So what Danny does is he shakes this in the wind and kind of lets it blow the husk out of it. But you can see the cornmeal is coming out really, really fine. And this is what the grits look like. Now you can see there might be a piece or two of husk in it. And when you start to cook, some of this stuff will come to the top and you can just skim it off as you're cooking. But for all of you that don't know what grits are, it's tiny bits of corn that you cook. All right, this is looking amazing. This is more what I want my cornmeal to look like. I didn't want the grits in my cornmeal because it makes it too gritty. And you can see, this is what you want to make cornmeal. It's almost corn flour, but that's what I use anyways most of the time. And if we wanted a little bit of grit to it, I can throw a handful of grits in it. Now, these are what you call stone ground grits. Now, I'm going to go cook. When I finish, I'm going to cook some cornbread and I'm going to cook some grits, and we're going to taste test them and see what we think. But I still got a ways to go, and then we head in and cook, and we'll see what it tastes like.
Okay, well guys, the moment of truth has come. We will see what Miss Wanda has done here. She brought me some stuff over here to eat and try out from the gristmill.
You want to know before we do a whole lot?
Yeah, before I do a whole pile of it. I mean, you know, you don't want to just go and do piles of it and then go, oh, I don't like that, you know.
So you want to try the grits first?
Yeah, now they don't have anything in them, so...
Just salt.
Just salt, okay.
Yeah, I just cooked them and just salt. I mean, I like butter in mine, but, you know.
Yeah.
And I cooked them a long time, but what do you think?
Well,
they have more taste than what we've bought in stores.
Yeah, I mean, we've been buying Bob's Red Mill, organic, and just be honest with you, it has no taste, you know. We tried the Hickory King white corn a couple of years ago. We had some of it in the freezer.
It has no taste.
It has zero taste. It's as bland as it gets. I understand why people don't like grits if they eat the wrong stuff, you know.
If it has no taste, why?
Yeah, but now this has a corn taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it just because it's mine. I'm just saying it has a corn.
It's a little more gritty than...
It is.
But Danny's been adjusting the wheels to see, or stones, I should call them.
Yeah, the stones, yeah.
Mm.
And this was, some of it got a little big, some of it got a little small as I was trying to adjust it. So this is not what I would say would be
uniform.
All uniform,
yeah.
You know, like it should be.
And the cornbread turned out pretty. I don't know what it tastes like. But I sifted this out, so it's not, it shouldn't have a bunch of grits in it. Y'all.
It looks good.
We're gonna see.
It's dark and yellow. We were having a conversation about the grits and how they said, well, I said they look white, you know. I said, well, this is. I did breed some white corn into it when I did because I didn't want it to be so hard on my cow's teeth. Plus, it made a softer corn, but now the cornmeal's turned out dark yellow.
It's not gritty.
Nope.
Now you hear some crunching, but there's some crunchy on the back. Now that is a little, but it tastes good.
I'm getting a little grit in this one.
Yeah, every now and then you might get a little grit.
It's like from the stones.
You think?
When I ran them too close together,
Quite possibly.
I've got a little grit in it.
But
because there was one point I got them too tight, and it and it started pulling the cub down, and we could smell it. So I had to back off just a little bit, and that's probably where that little bit of grit came in at.
But overall, we didn't want to make up a whole bunch till we knew this was our test run.
Mm-hmm.
If you got this consistency, this is, I have to sift it out to separate grits and the cornmeal.
Yeah, we don't have the two screens to sift it out like we want it. You know, we have to hand sift it to get the corn flour from the cornmeal from the grits.
Thoughts?
Now that we have it adjusted and everything's set up, I think it's time now, because we have a bunch of it in the freezer. We've been just sitting back. I think we're going to take it out, let it acclimate, and I think we're going to go ahead and we get a pretty day, we're just going to go ahead and grind it. You know, I mean,
and when he says acclimate, you don't want to take corn or anything like that out of the freezer, beans, it doesn't matter what you have, rice, you don't want to take it out and immediately go grinding on it because it wants to lump up. It still has a touch of moisture on the outside, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So
it'll get gummy on you if you're not.
And we don't want our wheels gummed up.
No, I don't want all that gummed up in there. So I think it turned out good.
I think overall, now that you got the consistency down.
Yeah. And we had to modify things as we was going. I mean, my chute was built a little wrong, and it was, you know, cornmeal was popping out everywhere, and so I had to stop everything, shut down, modify the chute. Then we went back and looked at a few videos online and saw what other people did to modify. And we kind of incorporated what I did plus what they did.
And I went and got a rubber band and a dish towel, and that kept it from just blowing everywhere.
Yeah, it kept it just falling straight into the screen right there where it's at. Now, we did not have the blower hooked up on it. I thought I had the leather strap tight enough, but I didn't, and it jumped off, and I didn't realize it. So I had to go back and redo it. After we done made all of our cornmeal that we had, I went back and fixed it, cranked it back up, run it to make sure it didn't come off, and guys, now we're just ready to make cornmeal now. The 1940 Meadows Gristmill is in operation.
So stay tuned.
Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.
husk.